Hey, what's up, guys? It's Lewis at That Convention Guy Collectibles, and today I have a pretty cool unboxing. It's actually my dead Marshes from Weta. I've actually had the statue for quite a while now in the box because I was moving. And then now I've just been waiting for the right time and to get enough things off of the floor, my new space, as you can see in the background. I still have an art print or a framed poster still in the wrapping from when I moved. There's still stuff kind of everywhere. So anyway, I thought now would be a good time to go ahead and unbox this thing and get it onto the display right here. Hopefully that's big enough. It's going to go right next to the tree beard and my other Masters collections and escape off the road. But so what I thought is I'd go ahead and share with you an unboxing. From the videos I've seen online, this thing is going to have a ton of pieces. I am sure that I'm going to have trouble because I always do. I'm not good with no directions and just figure it out kind of thing. So I may be pausing this video, so you may see some cuts and stuff as I go watch the videos again to see how to put it together. There's a lot of pieces, and hopefully I don't break anything in the process. I don't think I've put one together yet that I haven't broken something that make these pieces just a little too fragile for me. So what are you gonna do? So anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. Now the art print wasn't in the box because I already took it out. This is the sleeve. And this is the art print. Now, the reason I took it out of the box is because I was going to go see Andy Serkis at one of my conventions, and I wanted him to sign it. In a couple of days, I'll be seeing Elijah Wood and Sean Astin, who played Frodo and Sam, and have them sign it, and then it'll be complete. But that is the art print. And there's the signature I got from Andy Serkis. There we go. So that is the art print that comes with the statue. And like I said, I'll be getting it signed, and then I will frame it and add it to my other collection. Now, I'm going to show you guys the first layer of the box. As you see, there are many, many, many pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these pieces out, lay them on the top of the box that I already took apart so that I can see everything. All right, I'm going to show you the second box. So here we have Sam and Frodo. A few more pieces, the base, some more branches, and this top box were all these little swamp grasses, and then the bubbles. So there's still a lot more in this top box, but I wanted to get to the base so that I can start a little bit of assembly. All right, so I had to go ahead and watch another video to find out the first three pieces. Seriously. It's right there. Show you that one again. Under that branch. There you go. Told you it's going to be a long one. All right, I believe that next, after those three branches, is this guy. So we should have an arm. We should have a head. And I believe that is it. This guy should go here. Okay. Looks like it is. Okay, now. I believe this guy is next, but I read online only put in one of his hands. So let's see. So that's it. This is all these guys are doing. So let's see if we can find these out. Let's do these. All right, I made a mistake. Apparently, he has a hole in his head, and that's because this little guy that I thought was part of the swamp is actually more of his hair. Now, why didn't Weta just have this attached already? I have no idea. If they could have the other ones attached, why not this one? Like, why have me do it? I'm not a professional, as you can tell, because I can't put it in, unless this isn't his hair. Does it go up? Oh, there we go. Very frustrating. All right, so next up is to put in these guys. Now, other tutorials are going to tell you to put in Frodo first, but then they take them apart to put the bubbles on. For me, I'm going to go ahead and try to put this piece on. Now, it says just find where it goes. Right there. All right, so in most tutorials, Frodo is next. But what I found is that at the end, they have to take Frodo off to put all the bubbles on. So what I did is I went ahead and put the bubbles on first. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Something bad's gonna happen. I know that because why would they do it that way and I'm doing it a different way? Okay. I'm trying to get this little, the one ring necklace on, but I don't really know how it goes. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Now, these guys, they always say, oh, it's so simple. You just have to find the right thing to connect it to. Well, that's the hard part. It's finding the right thing that it connects to. These are not always easy to find or easy to identify. Like, which way does it go? They say it's easy. Maybe it is. It's not for me. It's like I know that one goes there. Ah, there we go. And this one is supposed to go here. I think. Maybe there's an order to put these in so that they actually do go in. I don't know. Oh, that's it. Just my hands. As you can see, the gloves came off. Too annoyed, too frustrated. Oh, Jesus. Almost knocked over tree beard. What's the problem when you're looking for these little spots? Not frozen there. We should even put this is good. Let's see. Say goodbye. Alright, moving on to one of the coolest features, which is Gollum. Now Gollum, as you see, his hand is missing. And that's because this is the piece that goes into the water, and then this is the piece that's going to be on the underside. So let's see if we can get this in. There's a hole right there. Okay, put his hand in first, and then everything else goes in, so that's cool. And now this hand should magnet right there. And bring you guys closer to see that. He put his hand in first, then his foot kind of goes in, and then his hand is under there. And it just kind of snaps in magnets. So far, this is coming out pretty cool. To it, we still got a lot left. I'm supposed to take Sam and take his pot, and it's supposed to go somewhere in here. So I'm looking. This is what I see on the pot. I don't know if you can see that little thing. So I'm looking for maybe a small little hole. Is that a hole there? Okay. And now Sam should be able to go on the base. Now before I put the tree on, I'm gonna go ahead and put all the little grasses. There are a whole bunch of them. And they're supposed to be color coded. And they're color coded on the base as well. Now, their definition of color coded and my definition of color coded are two very different things. But we're going to go ahead and see. Now, I'll show you holes. Now, that is supposed to be color coded. Maybe you see colors I don't. Let's see. See a color in there? Maybe I need more light. Let's try that. There's a red. There's a red. Another red. Okay. So let's try to do the reds first. That's a red. Let's say that's a red. So as you can see, not super simple. Some of them look colored, some of them don't. I'm gonna get another flashlight and shine on it and see if we can get those done. So my strategy on that was to, there was some clear yellow, there was some clear red. This last one, if you can see that, doesn't really have a color, maybe silver. It's not as clear as the red and the yellow. So my thought is put in all the red, put in all the yellow, and whatever you have left should be the silver or whatever the non-color is, I don't even know. So that's my thought. So a couple things of advice right off the bat is if you put this in a level, like I have it right now on a bar top or a countertop, you have to be able to see into those holes. So you're gonna need a step ladder, flashlight's helpful so you can actually see the color. Not super clear. However, to me, a much better system than on some of the other pieces where you just have to guess. They say, oh, well, look for the shape that matches the peg on this piece. Yeah, but you're looking at a bunch of weird random stuff. That shape isn't like it's sticking out. It's there, you know, it's not blinking at you saying like, oh, here it is. This is different from just the hole in the tree. So very confusing. So my suggestion would be, why not have everything color coded? You know, it's going to get covered up anyway. So just put a little color thing on it. Just seems like it'd make a lot more sense than me trying to guess where it goes. So let's go ahead and finish up with these last few. And then the last thing, the tree. Now this has a nice clear peg and a nice peg on top. But realistically, it's the only place it could go. But why not put a little green and then a little green on the inside of this? You know what I mean? Like, doesn't hurt the statue. It's inside, so you wouldn't even see it. Let's see. That should be the way it goes. Ah, there we go. All right. Now there is a plug-in feature. They give you this part of the cord. So now I just have to find out if I have a box to go with it. So I'll be right back. There we go. We have lights. All right, so it's all put. I don't know if these bubble things are in the right places or not, but there's no directions on them. Let me turn off the lights. And there it is. Ooh, I didn't even know about that. cool. All right, so let's talk about the Weta Dead Marshes Masters Collection. So overall, statue's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's beautiful. It's amazing. The quality, the craftsmanship, the idea, the concept, all of that is really, really good. It was really well executed. My only complaint, and this is the complaint that I've had with many Weta statues, is that they never give you directions. Now, I got an email from Weta with a link to a video of people putting it together. But, you know, the videos say like, oh, you just match up this peg with the hole, find the hole, things like that. And to me, like, I respect the work that they do, you know, the sculptors and everything else. So with that respect, don't leave it up to me to put it together. Like, I'm an idiot, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, especially with no instructions. You know, I've put together probably 50 statues, and I usually have an issue with most of them, you know. It's just not my nature. Like, my wife can take something out of the box with 100 pieces, figure it out, and put it all together. Me, I'm stuck at step one because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not the type to just go figure it out or try it. Oh, see if it fits there. Like, I don't want to break it. I break things even when I'm trying not to break things. So if you're telling me, hey, just find a hole and put it in there, see if it fits, like, to me, that's a disaster. Like, that's just looking for something to break. So, number one, include some instructions. I mean, it's a $2,500 statue. You telling me you can't figure out instructions that you can print and then put in the box? I love Weta's product, but, like, don't leave it up to me to figure it out, you know? Prime One always includes instructions with all of their statues. They're not always perfect, but at least it's something. Theirs have some similar things too, where it's like, oh, just find the notch where this goes. It's like, no, like, color code things, make it easy. Like, I'm not a sculptor, I'm not a designer, I'm not an engineer. Like, just color code it, man. Like, put a little dab of paint color and dab on the other side, and I'll know where it goes. I don't know. I'm sure somebody's gonna comment and be like, "Oh, you're crazy. You're just an idiot," and that's true. I'm acknowledging that. I'm not the smartest person when it comes to hands-on stuff. So, to me, just make it simpler. You know, don't make it where I maybe put something in the wrong spot. In doing so, maybe break something. All that kind of stuff. Just make it simpler. Instructions and, like, clear indications of where things go. We're talking about trees, you know, we're talking about these weird kind of shapes and forms and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of notches that look like, oh, maybe it's here, but it's not. It's just a weird notch in the tree, or it's a weird notch in a branch, or in a swamp, or whatever it might be. Don't let my interpretation ruin this amazing work that you guys did. It shouldn't be that I put a statue together and somebody else puts a statue together and there's pieces that look different. To me, just, like, simplify the process, color code everything. I'll give you another example, Treebeard. Treebeard is one that I got aftermarket, and I had to try to find instructions on how to put it together. And yes, I found a color-coded map on Treebeard, but there were no colors on the branches or on Treebeard, so it really, I guess they were on it when they were first put on. I don't know, like a sticker or something. But to me, like, why not just take the end of the branch and color it pink? And then wherever the pink goes, you put a little dab of paint pink there. It's going to get covered up when you put the branch inside anyway, so it doesn't hurt anybody, but it helps to be able to put it together. There's a Batman Hush statue. That's the same thing. The bats. There's like 25 little bats, and there are like 15 holes of where they go. Some of the bats get attached to other bats before they get put into a hole. But there's no color coordination, there's nothing, so you just have to guess. And I've looked at like 4 different videos, and all 4 of them look different. And that's weird. In one sense, it's cool. But in one sense, it's not. Like, I know I have empty holes. I don't know what bat goes there. So, I don't know. To me, great statue, great, design, great everything. The lighting feature is really cool. I have some statues that light up. I never even use the light up feature, but this one is cool. It's on the outside. It's kind of like a plug. It's not like a battery thing, so you don't have to worry about corrosion and all that. It's really, really well done. Really. I mean, I remember when they announced it, I was like, oh, like that's a no-brainer. I'm buying it. It's going to be amazing. And it was. The only thing I didn't like was putting it together. I watched the video and I watched it step by step by step. And then when I went to do it, it wasn't as easy as they made it. Oh, you just take this and put it in the notch. There's a notch for every piece and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, it's not that easy. Or maybe it is, and I'm really just that bad at it. But again, I put that on Weta. Like, there's going to be people like me that don't know how to do that. All right, that's my rant. And I only rant, again, because when you're spending $2,500, you want to make sure that you put it together correctly. You don't break anything. As I was putting something together, I felt a little flex in my hand. I was like, oh no, I'm breaking it. Which has happened on almost every single statue I own, that something is broken. So my other complaint is, why were some of these pieces separate? Like the thing in the water, had hair, and 95% of it was attached, and then there's one piece that you have to attach. Like, I don't need to attach it. Like, this isn't a model kit. I don't need to put it together. I bought a statue. I didn't buy, a job, like, to put it together. All the little grasses could have been on the base. They didn't need me to put it on. Like, those could have just been on and been permanently down. The only thing that's sticking up is the soft part. So it wouldn't have broken or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, don't try to be so much into like people putting it together and having fun putting it. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's just not for me. Like, I just want the statue. So, I don't know. Maybe think about the pieces you put together. Like, I'm looking at, the new Masters collection, like, while here, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I can't even imagine how many of those feathers and things I'm going to have to put together. And it's like, no thanks. Like, no. Like, it's going to be too much. So, I'm out. But anyway, Dead Marshes, awesome piece. Definitely a unique concept. I wish they had done that for their Masters collection with the Mount Doom and all that. They didn't. They chose the Eagle, but it is what it is. Masters collections, Dead Marshes, definitely a worth buying. Take your time. Don't stress like this guy. Watch a couple videos and get familiar with the pieces before you start putting it together. And then you'll probably put it together in 5 minutes where it takes me 30. It is what it is. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this super long video. It's a really big piece. Really, really good presence. Has a ton of pieces, as you saw. I tried to get in there and show you guys all the little notches and stuff, so it's not just like, oh, put it in a notch. Like, no, you have to find it. So, anyway. Thank you guys for watching another video. I appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, like this video, like this page, follow the page, all that kind of good stuff. It just lets me know that people enjoy watching the content and seeing the collection and stuff. And until next time, guys, next will be Smaug the Fire Drake. I'm going to take a little break because if I put that together right now, I'm going to be upset. So, because I can imagine that's going to have a whole bunch of pieces too. So, for now, appreciate you guys. See you next time.